I want to introduce you to Philip Masters from Independent Financial Advisors. So, without further ado, Philip, welcome.
Thank you, Steve. It's nice to be here. It's a huge subject, I mean really mega, and a lot of people are having a lot of problems. Also, a lot of people don't take advice and don't want advice. I've had clients who have been more than happy to just take them there, go to the provider and say, give me. And the provider just said, okay, here it is. And of course, it comes to you taxed. They have to take the tax off. And they don't know your tax codes.
How do they do that then?
Well, HMRC say before you can release any pension money, they have to pay, normally it would be 20%, but because it's an emergency, because they don't know your tax codes, and you want it now, they're taking 40% off, and in some cases more. Because I've had one particular client who has just taken more and more and more, and he's now paying, because he's taken over 100,000.
He's into upper tax brackets.
Not only is he in the upper tax brackets, but he's paying on the bit between the 100 and 120, it's about 60% tax. It's an anomaly of the tax system. So he's really upset that he's just taken so much money.
Can you explain that, Phil, that 60%? How does that work exactly?
What it means is, the way it works, Steve, is we all have an allowance. Every year we have an allowance before we pay tax. It's about 10,500. So once you get to 100,000, once you go over the 100,000, you pay back, for every £2 you take, you pay one of the pound back of your allowance. You lose. So by the time you get to 120, you've lost your allowance in totally. And that 20,000 equates to 60%. It's only if you're going to go right up to the 150 that it sort of makes a little bit of more less.
Yeah.
It's horrendous for people.
What about costs to access funds?
Well,
where are we with costs with different companies?
Different companies have totally different rules, and some of the policies that date back to the 70s, 80s and 90s are not able to change. They come under the personal pension rules, but they are written using rules previously. Right. And they have a problem because of the charging structure. Now, modern providers, and with that I say more of the platforms and the wrap services, they don't have that problem because they're all relatively new, 10, 15 years old. They've seen where it's going to go, people are going to be able to access, and also with some of them you don't ever need to change your provider. Sure. Because you can intermingle, you can change funds willy-nilly. The old providers won't allow you, or haven't until maybe by the time this comes out, it could well have changed, but only within a few days. A lot of the providers will allow you to take the tax-free cash, but you still have to buy an annuity, which of course is not, it's not the most worst thing in the world, but it's not good at the moment.
That's interesting. Also, Phil, I mean, obviously a lot of questions here, but what about people being able to take a lump sum of money and also draw income on a monthly or annually basis?
That's possible. It's called drawdown. Right. Generally, your provider should be able to do that. A lot of them haven't really got the systems in place. I'm aghast at why these companies, and they're mega companies, I mean we're talking the big boys in this, they've got all these systems in place, and I just find it amazing that these big companies that command or hold billions upon billions upon billions of our money can't sort it out.
No,
they don't want to sort it out. No, they want to hang on to it for as long as possible.
Well, just to sort of wrap this up, if there's somebody out there watching this, what would they need to do prior to speaking to you? How can they contact you? What do you need from them?
I think it's quite important that if you're concerned about your money, about whether it's making money, because once you've been sold a policy that's with someone like Aviva or Legal & General or the Prudential, and they're the three of the biggest, and they've had their own sales force, they're not going to necessarily tell you to move funds within. So you don't get the ongoing advice which you need. The world's a changing place, nothing stays still. You need to look at where you want to be, whether it's coming up for retirement or your retirement's 20 years to go. I think people need to be able to say, have I got every option available to me? You may not use them all, but you still want them, because at some point you may need that option. And why do you have to pay more for an option that you should get for free?
Sure.
So you can contact me. My email is philip@pensionsuk.co.uk, or try phoning me 0208 446 0281. Someone will make arrangements for us to meet up, or for me to phone you back. We can have a conversation, or you can, if you take my email again, send me an email with the funds you're in, and if I can help you or show you at least there are better options. Once again, that's philip@pensionsuk.co.uk. We run millions upon millions for clients.
And I understand the coffee's on you.
Mine's a latte. What's yours?
Okay.